Hi guys, welcome to Tea Time, presented by Froth Matcha. This is a show where the conversation lasts as long as the drinks, but Estevan is already done with his matcha.
I'm done talking.
Today we have on two special guests. This is our first episode with two people. We have Paul Rodriguez and we have Estevan. I know your last name.
Oriol.
Thank you guys for being here.
Of course, thank you.
We are sipping some horchata matchas. This recipe is actually from one of the first events that I ever did with Estevan, and as you can tell, he hates it.
Yeah, it was a hit that day, huh?
Yeah, it was great.
We had the biggest line, the longest.
Yeah.
The longest line and the longest lasting line. Those are forever.
We're going to do it again soon. So I want to start with how we met, and then I want to know how you guys met, because I know you guys go way back. So Estevan and I met because of Liz originally, and through matcha. So you're a big lover of matcha and also vegan, right?
Yep, both.
And how long have you been vegan?
About coming up on 6 years, and matcha coming up on, I want to say, about 15 years.
Oh, wow. Okay, you were ahead of the game. And your matcha taste is definitely like immaculate. So
yeah,
I love that. And you're a big foodie too. Can you talk a little bit about what the inspiration was behind going vegan?
it was health reasons, and I was in a place, I got this, I don't know how do you say, but it's kind of sickness called neuropathy, where your nerves start going on your legs all the way to your feet, and your feet become numb, and you have this like tingling, like fire feeling in your feet, and then slowly but surely the numbness goes higher and higher and higher. I didn't know anything about it, and then I started getting these sores on my feet, and those turned into infection that turned into possible amputation.
Oh my gosh.
And by the time they were ready to amputate, I was like, oh good, get rid, I'm sick of this, like I don't even want these feet no more, and they're no good, like I don't care. And I seen that there was like this Olympic guy, he killed his wife from Australia, and he was running crazy with the
aluminum legs.
Yeah, like with the prosthetics.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if he's running in Olympic, style races, then I'll at least be able to get around and walk around, with no feet. Like that's how I was thinking.
You're just ready.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
I was so desperate. I called the number, went to this place, gave him a bunch of money, and started doing these things. And one of the first things they were saying was, you have to change your food. And they gave me this whole list of food. And then I went to my doctor after, and they told me, you have to change the way you eat. And then the doctor came in. I was on morphine, so I was feeling good. I was like happy. And my doctor came in, and the amputee doctor came in, and he started marking on my feet with a Sharpie. And then I kind of came to, because I was wasted on the morphine. And then I was like, hey, they're drawing on my feet. And I was like, what are they drawing? And I go, oh. And they were talking about, we can cut the toes off, or we can cut it off like mid-foot or above the ankle, or we could really just get it over with and just chop below the knee. So the way they were talking about it was like nothing, like, yeah, we can do this, this, or this. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I don't want to do this. And I was like, hey guys, like, what can we do? What can we change? What do I have to do so I don't have to do this?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you have to change everything the way you eat. And they go, no meat, no dairy, no sugar, and like no carbs. And I was like, well, that's everything I eat. I started like easing into it. My friend, Skinhead Rob, he was vegan, and I respected the way he thought, and he goes, I told him about the whole situation. He goes, hey man, don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna take you to the spots, and you're gonna be able to transition, no problem. And I just went from then on, only vegan.
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I think it's crazy if you're about to lose your feet too. Like, the motivation is definitely there.
Yeah, and now I'm glad they didn't, because I've seen a bunch of my friends who had limbs amputated, and it's just always a problem.
He does have both feet, by the way. You can't really see on camera, but.
And I want to show you those. You have to go on my feet OnlyFans. You want to see my feet, you freaks.
I bet there's an audience for that though.
For sure.
So Paul, you also had a little vegan stint too, right?
Yeah. I was I'll say I was plant-based for about 15 months. It was around the pandemic time. I watched that documentary. What was it? It was with all the athletes. What was it called? What the Health?
Or no.
No.
Game Changers.
Yes, Game Changers.
Yep.
So I watched that whole thing, and I'm an athlete, and then I just watched all the research. I was like, man, I should be doing this. Like, this would be good for me. I never had the discipline to I tried it a couple times. And I never had the discipline to stick to it. But then I figured, okay, we're in a pandemic. We're in a lockdown. I'm not going out to eat. So if I just only buy plant-based groceries, then that's my only option. So I would just have it and be in the house, and I would be cooking all the Impossible burgers and whatever stuff that I can find, the fake eggs, all that. It was so good too. It's all so good. And then once they start letting us kind of go back outside, I found that app. I think it was called Happy Cow.
Happy Cow.
Yeah. And I found that app, and there was so many vegan restaurants everywhere where I would go. So I would just, and it had come a long way. Like, you can pretty much get anything that you like to eat that's non-plant-based or vegan. You can find it in a plant-based version. So I was happy. I had no problem. But then once the pandemic all the way opened again, and I had access to all my favorite restaurants, I fell off, and I just went back to normal. But
it was a tough time.
I dropped 10 pounds during that whole period. I was 10 pounds lighter. So I should probably go back.
Yeah. I think it was a tough time too, because a lot of restaurants were really struggling to stay open at that point. So I feel like going back to support the restaurants that you love was really important at that time,
That too. That's not how I was thinking, but that's a good way to think. So I'm glad it was a byproduct. But yeah, I enjoyed it. All the plant-based substitutes are so good now that you really can't tell the difference. And I found one of my favorite restaurants called El Cocinero in the Valley, and it's all vegan. Oh my gosh! Shout out to Alex, my guy over there. And I'll still go. I mean, I still go there to this day, but it's just so good. So I really have no excuse on why I went back, except I missed In-N-Out. I guess that's all.
Well, I feel like it's really cool to see different types of vegans, because I feel like when people think about vegan, they think of a very specific person who does yoga, probably white, just very specific. But
yeah, like hippies.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in the day, being a vegan was crazy.
Yeah.
You could only eat stuff like this, everything on this board, and you'd go to a place and order food, and it seemed like it would really farm to table, and they didn't even wash it off before they got to the table. You'd see a turnip with a little bit of dirt on it, and you'd be this is vegan. Okay, cool. I'll never be that.
Yeah.
But now the food is incredible.
Yeah.
All these chefs are doing vegan options, and I went to Thailand a couple weeks ago.
Great vegan food there.
Michelin star restaurant, $15, 3 courses, all vegan, and it was so bomb. I was like,
so you're a skater, and I feel like, interestingly, I do meet a lot of skaters who are vegan. You think there's this tie between somehow this kind of alternative culture and veganism? Even with music, I feel like there's people that maybe you wouldn't expect to be vegan, but weirdly it goes hand in hand. Same with straight edge,
Yeah. I think it's just a new day and age too, where I really think because of social media, all the cultures are kind of getting intermingled, where prior to the social media age, everybody was in their own little silos.
Yeah.
But now you really can see every aspect of culture all mixed together, and it's becoming more blended. One of my best friends, who I'm going to go skate with later after this, he's vegan skater, Manny Santiago. He's been vegan for a long time. It's just good. I think I just got lazy, and I realized it was a little harder to stick to when I would go on trips, when I would travel.
Yeah, for sure.
Depending where you go.
And who you travel
with. It was
with?
hard. Yeah, it was hard to find spots, or you got to be that one person who's everybody's eating here, and you got to, I can't eat here. I'm going to go find something else. And
yeah,
I did face that, and then I just caved. So
Yeah, no, I feel that. That's definitely, you gotta have good friends who are accommodating, but
Yeah.
like
'Cause you
I'm
guys
the
are
only one.
inspiring me right now. So I'm like, all right, this might be good.
I want to learn a little bit more about how you guys know each other because you guys go way back. When did you guys meet?
Well, I first met him. I don't think he knew that he was meeting me, but I first met him at a long time ago at a art show he was doing at this. I think it was like called the Blue House, Nike Blue House, like on Venice, way back in the day. He had an art show, and I got invited. I met him there, and then pretty shortly after, we ended up doing the shoot.
Yeah, with Oya magazine.
Yeah. That's definitely the first time we shot. Is that the first time that we like met?
Yeah,
I guess.
and was the Cinco de Mayo,
Oh yeah.
was that before or after the Oya?
I think that was after.
Because I have pictures of me and you
Yeah.
there. My
That
dad.
was after because my shoe was already out. And I met you and we shot before no, maybe, man, I can't remember to be honest.
Yeah, that was, it was
That's
way back.
20
but-
plus years ago.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you're also from LA.
Yeah, I'm from the Valley, from
Okay.
San Fernando Valley.
Amazing.
Born and raised. Yeah. Always throughout the years would see each other. We've done a bunch of different campaigns together over the years.
Yeah.
You know, I have my brand, he has his brand, and it finally just seemed like, hey, why have we never worked together like
Yeah.
with our stuff? So
Yeah.
it just felt like it made sense.
I feel like photography and skateboarding go hand in hand because I remember even when I was in like middle school, like they would always be filming themselves. Like even like back then on like, you know, like the tiny cameras and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that was
the
a big
videos.
part of it.
We're the original content creators.
No, literally, like everything was recorded all the time.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, you have to like, you know, because like when you're learning a new trick and it, you know, nobody's gonna believe you if you don't have it on video. Like,
Right.
oh, I did that, I could do that trick. Like, all right, let's see, you know. But like, if you have it on video, then you can, you know, you can prove that you did it. So, yeah.
So what percentage of your energy do you feel like goes towards like your brand skating? Like I feel like everyone in LA does multiple things. So for both of you, like how do you feel like your energy split between all the things that you do?
I have so many different things that I do now because of the way everything's changed. Like I used to be a photographer, and well, I've always done what I do, like photography, directing, and clothing. But I feel like it elevated a lot because like a lot of photography got taken away because of digital, and a lot of magazines disappeared, a lot of record labels shut down, and so I had to shift. You know, I went a little bit more towards doing merch, a little bit more to doing directing, and now it seems like, you know, the still photograph might just get pretty much wiped out, you know, due to video content and AI and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking on Instagram and people are saying like, yeah, photography is almost dead, you know? In my mind, you know, I always try to hold on to the old school as long as I can.
Yeah.
But, you know, you either get right or you get left. And I held on to film for as long as I could. Digital cameras came in and I was anti-digital, anti-social media for the longest time. I fought it, and I was one of the last ones to do social media in my group of friends. You know, now there's AI, so I'm trying to be ahead of the game and learn all about that. But I think, you know, you do 2020, 5 different ways, and, you know, they always say, like, you know, do your life like a pizza, you know, every slice has to be, you know, like the same size, like your personal life, your health, your work, you know. I try to live like that.
Well, if my life were a pizza pie chart, it'd be 95% one slice would just be skating. Ever since I've been 12 years old, that's all I do every day is skate. And if my body's feeling good, then I'm skating. Probably I'd say, yeah, 5% will be like actually being active in my brand. But, you know, luckily my brand's, I got great partners and people that I work with, designers and creatives and you know, great people with marketing that like it doesn't require me to do that aspect.
Yeah.
I just get to do the fun part and like
Yeah.
be the front man and and go skate and help, you know, curate our skate team. But I just love skating so much that and I know it's something I can't do forever. So like while I can do it, I'm just gonna do it as much as I can until my body falls apart. And then once that happens, I'll shift my focus into other things and spend more time doing other things. But I can't get enough.
I love that. Do you feel like your passion for skating or like for you photography changed once it started to become like a business for you? Because I think for me, there was a time like when I wrote a cookbook, I always loved food, but then after testing for the cookbook, it was like I was almost like sick of food for like a year, a good year. I was like, I don't want to see food, I don't want to eat food, and I don't want to cook anything anymore. And I was so burnt out from that. Like I'm back now, thankfully, but there was definitely a time where I was like, wow, I never thought I would get sick of doing what I love, but I definitely hit that point.
Once I started getting sponsors and making money and going to contests and doing tours, especially when I was in my early 20s and I was like doing everything. I was like on tour. I would come home for 2 days and then go on another tour and come home for a day and skate a contest, come home, and then try to go street skating. And like at that age, you have enough physical energy and ability to do it all. But there was definitely periods of my career where I was like chasing the money. Like once I started getting paid good and then I had sponsor obligations and I found that my skate career was getting in the way of my skating. And it took me a while to figure out how to balance that. And then once I got older, I would go in these like, even still I go through it, like I go through these little slumps where like, it all depends on my body, how it's feeling too. If it's like really sore, if I have an injury.
Yeah.
And sometimes like I just can't skate the way I want to, I'll get like bummed out and I won't even want to think about it. I won't want to look at my skateboard. But then it's happened enough times where like I know it'll pass, it'll come back.
Yeah.
So I don't panic anymore. I panicked early on, like, oh my God, am I gonna be able to do this? Like what's happening? I don't know, understand what's happening. But now I just let it be. I let it pass and it'll come back. I'll be good. Just relax.
How about you, Esteban? You ever feel like burnt out from photography or like your passion for it like changed when you kind of started doing it like as a job?
No, because I never had done it for work enough to make it to where it's a job. Like the jobs that I didn't like weren't too much, you know.
Oh, okay.
So I always did stuff that I liked. Even now, I just went to Thailand and Vietnam for a couple weeks, and a lot of my work is I go and do it and try and make that into something that I could turn into a way to make money. Like maybe
I do the
make
same
a
thing.
book out of it or
Yeah.
make a little documentary out of it or
Right.
whatever. But in the beginning, I'm just going for doing something that I love. You know, I went
Yeah.
shot this. It's called Vegetarian Festival, and I'm sure everybody thinks I'm just going there to eat vegetables, but it's not. None of that at all. And I shot that, and it was incredible. It was a 200-year anniversary,
That's sick.
and you know, I just shoot stuff that I like to do, and hopefully that turns into some type of work somehow. I think just people see me when I'm shooting the stuff that I love,
Yeah.
and they're like, I like what he's doing. I want to use him for my campaign. You're putting a person with a white backdrop behind them and like a bunch of lights, and like you're just shooting that person. Unless they're really interesting looking or have a crazy story, it's usually like, oh, okay, I got to go to work today. But for the most time, I love what I do, and I feel lucky that I get paid to do something that I love to do.
Yeah.
You know, after you do something for 30 years, you think you're at this space where like, I work so hard, it's gonna I'm gonna hit the 10-year mark, and then things are gonna start to be a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
If I go to 30 years, I'm just gonna be coasting. Like, I'm gonna be like, I got this. But I'm here at the 30-year mark, and there's no coasting.
Right.
I'm going straight uphill. My wheels are worn down to the
Feet and
ball
all the
bearings, you
survive
know.
feet.
Yeah.
So it's but it's fun. I like the challenge. Like for me, that's the fun. Also, is just taking something from nothing and turning it into a finished product. like to me, that's like one of the best feelings that you could have.
I feel like working for yourself is really a blessing because I definitely work more than I ever worked when I was doing like a regular job, but it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like work, you know?
Yeah.
And like I have no issue like going above and beyond because like it's what
Yeah.
I love to do. I want to talk a little bit about partnerships because I feel like Estevan, you're really thoughtful about the way you do all your partnerships. Like there's always some element of like, you know, making sure it's vegan, that aligns with your values, I feel like, and your lifestyle. And then like it always just feels really on brand. So I want to know how you guys approach your partnerships because I feel like it's so different from the way I do things. Like on social media for me, it's almost like I'm a billboard in a way. Like this is the brief, this is the campaign, and I'll like make it fit what makes sense for me. But for the most part, I'm not reaching out to like friends that I've known for 10 years to like do something with them. Like I'm kind of shifting to do that more with my brand now, but it's just so different. And when I see like skaters, for example, or athletes, I feel like they're very brand loyal. Like everyone's kind of like signed by a certain brand and like you see it and it's very organic. And I feel like it's the same for you. Like people know what spots you like to go to and like what brands you always work with. So maybe you can share a little bit about what it's like working with brands for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, this day and age is a little more tricky to navigate because I come from an era where like I call it the golden era, like for the pro skaters, because you would get certain sponsors and they would give you contracts for multiple years and like it would set you up.
Yeah.
And you know, thankfully I still have my base sponsors like Nike, and I guess I can consider Primitive a sponsor. It's my brand,
Yeah,
but
for
it's still
sure.
a sponsor. But then you have like all these companies wanting to do one-off campaigns and posts, and you have to be really selective on that because if you do it too much every time, it like just looks disingenuous. So I
Yeah.
try to pace it out, but sometimes you do get those really good offers and you're like, ooh, might have to try to make this work, you know, if I'm being honest. So I have a hard time balancing that sometimes
Yeah.
because it's harder to get those deals that are like the long-term multi-year
Yeah,
deals these
it's
days.
tough. I feel that. But I love to see it because I feel like with sports it makes sense. Like you kind of know, like for surfers, I feel like it's like Roxy or like there's certain brands
Right.
and you kind of know that that's how it is. And I feel like it makes more sense too because it's like I'm not going to wear something for 1 month and then be like done with it. Like I'll
Right.
probably still wear it going forward. Like I wouldn't really work with a brand that I wouldn't wear also after the fact. You know what I mean? So I like that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you gotta live in those clothes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want to feel good about yourself. So
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Esteban, can you talk about some of your food partnerships that you've done? I feel like in LA you've done a couple of restaurant partnerships and you're always really great about putting like a vegan item on the menu.
Yeah, I've had to switch it up because you know, I didn't want to be fake. You know, I didn't
Yeah.
want to be like even my friends that they wanted to do a taco truck with me. We have LA Originals Tacos, and they're like, "Hey, just put your name on it, you know, and run with it, and you know, we'll just give you a check, you know, as it goes good." And I was like, well, "You're not gonna have no vegan food?" They're like, "Nah, nobody, you know, come on, homie. The Mexicans don't want no vegan food, you know. Like if I can't be fake, you know, if I'm gonna just be sitting there posing with a taco or something, I gotta be able to eat it." My first collab with Pizza Nisa was chorizo with jalapenos, and you know, made a slice or well, pizza. And then the second time they wanted to do it, they're like, I go, "Yeah, but I'm vegan now." And they go, "Okay, cool. We'll do a soy riso
Love it.
pizza, you know,
Yeah.
for the vegans." And that turned out to be bomb. And then from then on, I was just like, I have to do everything food related. I have to do it vegan, or
Yeah.
I can't be fake, you know. So
Now, I love that you do that though, because it's cool to, I feel like, encourage people to be more creative that don't usually make vegan options. Honestly,
Yeah.
sometimes they make better food because I feel like their standards are higher. Like sometimes I'll eat something that's like kind of mid because it's vegan. I'm like, it's fine. Like it's
Yeah.
vegan, you know? But I feel like when someone isn't vegan, you have to impress them more.
Yeah.
So I love when a non-vegan restaurant does something vegan. And I
Yeah.
know that if you're eating somewhere, like I'm good. Like there'll be something
Yeah,
that I can
yeah.
eat. Back to partnerships, I want to talk about the partnership that you guys have
Yeah.
and the collection that you're doing together. So can you talk a bit
Yeah.
about that? I know I saw it at Complex, but oh, you both have,
I'm rocking one right now.
I missed the
Me
memo.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, the quality that like was perfect for me. Like I wanted like something thick, heavy hoodies, and the hoodies that they got were like perfect. And then the quality of printing, like on photo shirts, anything with photos is super hard to get right. It's like if you go to the wrong guy, it'll just look like a bootleg shirt. So that was important to me. Like, hey, the thing has to be top notch
Yeah.
quality, and they did it. You know, so everything was perfect for me. When I saw the samples, I was like, all right, get down. Not bad, Paul.
Hey.
So the
I wish I
photos-
could take credit, but that's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
partner,
no,
Jubal.
it's a team.
Yeah.
The photos are taken by you, and then what are the photos that you chose? Like, what was the inspiration behind like the
So-
ones you ended up with?
He gave us a batch of stuff that we can choose from. And honestly, I wasn't part of the whole choosing process. That was my partner Jubal and the designers and Estevan. So he could probably speak more to that, but it just get that LA feel, you know, that only Estevan can do.
I just gave him some of my classic photos that I think. I was thinking about it the other day with my friend Renee, and because we were talking to somebody about designing shirts, and I was like, man, you know, I probably had like in my clothing companies about 500 designs of T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I think I kind of know what I'm talking about after all this, you know? So for me, it's so hard to think of what the public would what they would like, what they would wear. Like one photo out of thousands. There's been so many designs where they didn't hit and I thought they would.
Yeah.
And then the ones that you don't think are gonna hit, they hit. And luckily I've narrowed it down to things that I think people would want to wear, and I've been pretty good on that one. But
You got the algorithm now.
the crazy thing is like this particular picture, we were downtown, we had a warehouse, and this is in the 90s. We were doing our clothes, photo shoots, low riding, all that, and we kept seeing these cars driving by, looking at us all weird. And we're like, man, that's weird, man. I feel like these are cops, you know, like we're being paranoid. That's what we thought. Like, hey, we think we're being watched, man. This might be the cops watch us. So we made this sign and put it in this window back here. Like we know we're being watched, because they would creep by, you know, like undercover cops, they have a certain look. They creep by and they look at you, and then they, you know, once they see you see them, they take off. Come to find out, a couple, you know, months of that, they came one day, and I was about to leave to do a photo shoot. We had 2 lowriders. We were gonna make a calendar, and we're all loaded in the car. I had everything but one bag in my house. And a bunch of cars pull up all crazy, erratic, and guys get out. They start pulling out these AR-15s and putting on bulletproof vests and stuff. And we're like, hey, what's going on? Because we thought they were going to get us, because they were watching. We were always catching them watching us. And they're like, you guys got to get out of here. We're about to raid this place. And we're like, which place? And they go, that place, which was the one next door to us. And it was these 2 square guys, you know, that looked normal, good looking guys that, you know, they just were young guys. And we thought they were realtors. Turns out they had the second biggest meth lab in Southern California. It was the second biggest bust that they had ever done. But we were right. We were being watched. We just were the next door neighbor.
That's crazy. That's a crazy story.
And so that, you know, we have different pictures that have crazy stories.
Yeah.
But the picture alone is a cool photo, but if they only knew the story behind them, you know?
Yeah. No, I love that. That's oh my God, that's a
epic.
crazy story I've heard in a long time. Wow. So I know you touched on kind of like the LA vibe. I feel like that's like what you're known for in your photography. I'm not from LA, and I feel like I learned a lot of things from my friends who are from here. Like, for example, one of my friends told me that calling someone weird here is like really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you should not call someone like a weirdo.
Well, lately, yeah.
Oh, lately? Okay.
Yeah, like the last few years, that's become like a derogatory word, like weirdo.
Yeah, I had no idea.
You know, like before, like, why are you acting weird? It was like funny.
Yeah.
Like it was cool and cute or whatever, but now you're like, hey, you're being a weirdo, man. It's like you're being, you know, you're acting up.
Learning
You're
too.
putting me up on game now. Yeah,
Right?
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Like if somebody calls you a weirdo, you're like, what do you mean weirdo? Who are you calling a weirdo?
I was
But
calling
back in
everybody
the
a
day,
weirdo
it was
here.
like a funny thing, you know?
Yeah.
You're like, it was like clowning people. It was cool. But it seems like the last couple of years, ever since they're like, even, you know, now they have this 6'7", whatever thing. These guys
Oh,
do
he's
Just
hip.
found out about that. Yeah.
6'7" or whatever.
Oh
Like
my
even
God.
that's a thing. I don't even know what the thing is, but I just do it just to, you know, get my clown on.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, you know.
So I was gonna ask you guys to teach me other things in LA that like you should not do, or things that are very uniquely LA.
I mean, it's probably the most obvious one, but depending on where you're at and where you go, like it's, you know, the color stuff, you know, you got to be careful. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I guess I'm out of the loop. I didn't know about the weirdo thing, so thank you for putting me up on game. I guess get a good alarm system in your house.
Yeah.
LA, that's for
That
sure.
part.
The breaking and entering thing is kind of an epidemic. And get ready to get your pockets ran up by the taxes. That's all I can think of right now.
Okay. To wrap it up, we're gonna do a couple of rapid fire answers. So just like whatever comes to mind. The first one is your favorite vegan restaurants in LA. I know you guys mentioned a few already, but
I'll go with Vegan Glory, Pura Vida,
that's a good one.
Crossroads, and if you want a Big Mac, if you're one of those, McCharlie's is a spot.
Love it. How about you, Paul?
Yeah, I got a few. So El Cocinero, number one for me. There's also one near where I live called Vegan Mai Tai. And then another place called Garden Walk, which is really good, like Chinese vegan food. And then I'll say for like burgers and fries, I like Monty's.
I love Monty's too.
I got one more.
Yeah.
Vietnamese food, Vin Loy.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I've
the
heard of that
downtown
one.
one.
He's in the valley off Sherman Way and Reseda.
I heard of it. I haven't had it yet.
Oh, it's off the chain.
You have your bill if you want to open on
Woo! So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the BLT. And that stands for, don't worry about it. This is from Crossroads. The chef made it specially for me. Man, I almost don't want to show it. Because it is
This is
that
intimate.
good. But yeah, there you go.
Okay, what is the last thing you guys ordered food-wise?
Last thing I ordered food-wise before the food that we got here was last night. I kind of pigged out and went to Gus's barbecue, and I had the brisket plate with the mac and cheese and the barbecue baked beans.
I went to a spot in West LA called Almaza. It's like Middle Eastern. My friend who's Egyptian, his name is Egypt, rest in peace. We used to go there all the time when I ate meat, and they have incredible food there, but I had to meet somebody, and I just picked that place because I was in the area that we were going to be in, and I knew it was good. So, and I wanted my friend Renee to try some of that good food that I used to eat back in the day when I wasn't vegan. So I got him the place that I used to eat just so I could look at them. And then I got
Smell it a little?
yeah, for sure. And then I got the vegan options, and it was bomb.
I love it. I love that you could still eat there, you know?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
important. What's the weirdest DM you've ever received?
I mean, I feel like I get at least once, twice a month somebody telling me they're my cousin or somebody that related to me somehow. And I feel like I attract people with like mental imbalances. They'll have full-blown conversations with me, and I never ever respond. I won't even accept them, and they would never know that like I actually follow and
You
watch
read
their
it?
conversations. And they'll just be like there's this one particular person every day he goes, yeah, man, so I think I'm gonna ride for Primitive and Nike, and yeah, so just send me a box. And then the next day he'll be like, nah, I'm gonna go ride for this other company. And then the next day he'll be like, no, I'm gonna come back to Primitive, and like, so just send the box over to my house and do this and do that. And I'm just like, bro, this fool is talking to himself. Only one way to dialogue. And it's just like so entertaining. I got a couple of those. Those are some of the ones I can only think of at the moment.
How did you say that? I attract people with,
Mental imbalances.
yeah, I gotta steal that from you.
You got that too?
Oh, that's me all day. Every day I get that. I got like 10 guys that send me memes they think I want to see. Every day they send me like 5 memes.
Are they funny or are you just like...
Every once in a while they are, but a lot of times I just have to delete it. A couple of guys were too crazy. I had to put them in restrictions. I get of course I get a couple haters here and there. I definitely get the weirdos. For sure.
Weirdos. Okay, well, this is my favorite part of the show where I try and guess your signs after having talked to you guys for a good minute. So I'm gonna do 2 guesses for each of you.
And you promise you haven't Googled our birthdays or anything?
No,
like
is it
that?
out there, you think? Your birthday?
Oh, for sure.
No, I really try. Hopefully I get it. So far I've gotten every single one. Okay, 2 guesses. For Paul, I would say, I think either Sagittarius or Capricorn.
Okay.
And for Esteban, I would say, I feel like a Cancer or a Leo.
I'm curious, like what traits or what gave you the thought for those 2 guesses?
So for Sagittarius, I feel like when you are committed to something, you're like super committed. So you were talking earlier about like the cons, but this item,
yeah.
and it's like when you start doing something, you're like all in. There's no like, it's 0 or 100 usually. But if it's something that you don't really care about, you're not really committed. But Capricorn, I was thinking, because I feel like your work is really important to you and it's like part of who you are. Like when you're talking about skating, how it's just like, it's what you do. It's like part of your identity, and everything else that you do, I feel like revolves around that. Like it makes sense. And then you were talking about like, I'll have a slump, but like I know we'll be back, and you just like push through. That's like very Capricorn.
Well, you're right.
Which one?
I'm Capricorn.
Okay.
For sure. And my daughter's a Sagittarius, so it's close enough. Close.
Love that. And then did I get yours right?
Let me hear the explanation first.
So Cancer, I said, at first I was going to say maybe a Scorpio, but you are actually very open, but you're also very like precious about who you interact with and like where your energy goes, but you're not like private with someone once you meet them. Like you'll talk about like whatever, like you're very open. But then I was like, I don't feel like that makes sense, because I feel like in general, when I've seen you interact with people like you meet for the first time, you're not like guarded, like you are who you are. So then I was like, okay, maybe it's Cancer, because I feel like you're very like in control of like your emotions, and you process events and things that have happened like very quickly, but your reaction is not like super emotional. I feel like Cancers are very like in control of their emotions. Then Leo, I was thinking, because a lot of your work revolves around you as a brand. So in order to like be able to do that, you have to have like more of a presence. Like Leos are very like public eye, like usually like public figures, and also like very grounded and also very loyal. All your brand partnerships are like people that you've known for 10 years, like the people that you work with, or brands that you like genuinely love, and you make it like a long-term thing. So those are my guesses.
Renee, what do you think it is?
A Leo.
Okay.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, well, that brings us to the end of our show. Let us know where we can find you guys and your brands, shout them out, and tell us where we can get the collection too that you guys did together.
Yeah, you know that more of that information.
Okay, so with our collection is dropping November 20th. It's going live. It'll be definitely at primitiveskate.com, and then it'll be in all your local skate shops.
Oh, sick.
Zoomies, Tilly's, and your mom and pop shops and all over. So please feel free to go check that out. And yeah, you can just find me on Instagram at prod, P-R-O-D. And from there, you'll be able to find my other stuff if you're interested.
Where can they follow you? Where can they find your stuff? Just shout
pretty
out all your
much
brands.
Instagram, Estevan Oriol. I try to keep it simple. And then I'm working on my YouTube page.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get that going. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff up there. I just I got a guy who's going to help me dial it in to where it's, current. My shop, estevanoriol.la. For those if they're looking for something for their loved one or themselves, go right there and get it. Other than that, you see me in the streets.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, guys, for being on.
Thank
a wrap.
you.
Salud.
Yeah.
Bye.